Right, what's good guys, and welcome to another SN Aesthetics video. Today we're going to cover kind of a one-to-one talk with me to you guys just about kind of the mistakes and common mistakes that people do when they first start training. From beginner up to intermediate, the common mistakes that I've done, the common mistakes that I see other people do. So just going to go through a few of them, both workout and nutrition, just to show you guys and talk about a few things that I think if people aren't doing and they are doing, you know, where people are going wrong and where people are doing good as well. So yeah, be on the next clip. Okay, so number one is probably the most important thing and the most influential thing that I want to get across today is in that the diet. Many people misunderstand how the importance of a diet is going to build your physique. It's going to make you into something special. That is going to be the ultimate factor, is your diet. So where do you start? You start by creating macros. Most people know that you need to create your base rate macros, so your maintenance macros, and then you kind of, depending on your goal, you want to go under that if you want to cut, or you want to go above that if you're going to bulk. Obviously, in a nutshell, it's a bit more complicated than that, but that's the basis of it. So diet, guys, make sure your diet is on point, and that means counting your foods, weighing your foods out. That doesn't mean eating clean. If you want to do this seriously and you want to get to your goals, you need to count your food and count every single thing that goes into your body, and that includes things like water as well. So people need to keep on top of their water. That's another major point. Nutrition and water go hand in hand. When you're bulking, for instance, carbohydrates, well, the idea is in the name, hydrate, carbohydrate. So you need to drink water to hydrate your macros and hydrate your carbohydrates to be able to react well in your body. So I see lots of people saying, they come to me and they say, my diet's on point. And I say, well, what's your macros? And they're like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, well, your diet's not on point then. People say, well, I'm not making progress and I'm not losing weight or gaining weight or etc., or I'm gaining too much fat. Well, this is where macros come into play. So number one, and my most important thing when people go wrong, is not calculating their diet. If you don't understand it yourself, get some help, I would suggest, in a coach, or get a meal plan set out for you so you know your macros, and then begin to learn the process. Until then, you aren't going to see a lot of increase in size or decrease in size unless you hit them real good macros. Okay, so just flipping it onto the other side of things, when you go into the gym, you do your workout, you record your weights as I do, but I see an awful lot of people trying to push too much weight. Now this is the number one thing for me in the gym. So I've just talked about a little bit about nutrition, but the number two thing is actually probably equal with your diet, in my opinion, and this is getting your mind to muscle connection. Forget about the weight, guys. Okay, so you need to gauge your weight to know if you're doing 10, 12, 15, whatever reps. You need to be able to have some idea of what what weight you're going to be using. So weight is relevant, because obviously that's how you mark if you're getting stronger. But what I'm trying to say is, don't get too focused on your weight. If you're pushing crazy amount of weight and you're not getting your form right, it's pointless, guys. So you need to really focus on getting that contraction, getting your mind to muscle connection, and that is how you're going to see huge improvements in the gym. How I've achieved this, I'm just perfecting it every time I go in the gym, and every workout I do. I am still perfecting this each and every day to get it completely spot on. But the best way to do it, to describe it, is to tense your muscle without any weight. So if you're working your chest, it would just be to tense your chest like that. Now that's gone completely, that is tense. That's the point of contraction. So that is the feeling you're trying to get when you're pushing chest. So when I'm doing chest press, I'm thinking to myself, squeeze and squeeze. It's the same kind of thing as when you're trying to really push and squeeze your tension without the weight. So my best advice would be, anything you're doing, do it without the weight first. Really focus on getting that contraction, and as I say, practice that, because that is what will get you your mind to muscle connection. When you're working a specific muscle, if you know how you're going to train that and you know how to contract it, when you put weight on it, it becomes second nature. So I see far too many people trying to put so much weight on chest press or so much weight on their arms, and there's just no contraction, and that's what builds muscle. It's time under tension. So that's a major thing, guys. Make sure you are getting that mind to muscle connection, and don't worry about your weight. If you have to drop your weight 20, 30 kilos, drop it. You're going to see so much more improvement if you get that contraction and you get that mind to muscle connection. Your training is just going to go through the roof, guys. Okay, so another point is this aspect of overtraining or undertraining. Personally, overtraining, does it exist? Well, to a degree, yes, it does exist. But people see overtraining as when I'm going to do 12 reps. So when I get to 12 reps, I'm going to stop. Because if I do any more, that's overtraining. Well, no, that's not how it works, guys. In my how I gauge things is if I want to do 10 reps, okay, I say I want to do 10 reps, so I get my weight right for 10 reps, or if I want to do 12 reps, I get the right for 12 reps. You have to gauge what weight you're going to use depending on your reps. But if I say I want to do 10 reps and I get to the 10th rep and that was easy, or I feel I can get another 2-3 out, I'm going to do another 2-3. I'm not going to stop just because I get to 10. Because the last few reps are the things that are really going to build your muscles, are really going to make you grow, is the last few reps. So if you come up to your last few reps and you think, you know, I could do some more, do some more. Don't worry about overtraining your muscles, because that isn't overtraining. Overtraining would be doing that workout every day, or you know, not giving yourself time to rest. That's not overtraining in going over your rep range because you feel you can push yourself and you push yourself harder. So overtraining in that sense, no. People, if you're going to get to your rep range and you're not peaking out, your last one's not a struggle, do another one until you get to that struggle, and then next time around you up your weight. If you're trying to get 10 reps and you've just done say 14 reps or 12 reps, up your weight a little bit. Make sure you get to that 10 rep range, so when you are actually eventually hitting that 10 reps, that is the last rep, is going to be the real big struggle, the real big muscle builder. So just bear that in mind as well. You obviously need, like I said, you need to have a rep range to gauge your weight. So have that in mind, but if you go past it, push past it. Okay, so going back to nutrition, another thing I see a lot of people doing is when they're trying to cut, they'll drop too many calories out too quickly. So say your base rate was, I don't know, 2,500 calories, which is quite, I don't know, that's probably about an average guy. So say your 2,500 calories, that is your maintenance level. That's what you need to maintain your physique, maintain your position and maintain your weight. So what you want to do, as soon as you go under that, you're gonna start to lose weight. So where people go wrong is they say, right, 2,500 calories, I'll drop that straight away down to 2,000. So you've lost 500 calories straight away. So what happens is when you get to that point where your body slows down and you plateau, which you will do, where are you going to go? You know, you drop 500 calories straight away, you're going to drop another 500 calories beyond 1,500. So when you're decreasing macros, when you're trying to cut, when you're trying to shred, people drop out food way too easily and far too early. So you want to start by little increments, because as long as you're under that maintenance level, you're going to lose weight. You can look at things that obviously cardio, add more cardio in, but I would really not advise dropping your macros, your food far too early, because when you surplus, it's a final point I'm probably going to do on this video without it going too long. There could be many other topics, and if people want me to cover stuff, let me know, I will do it. But the last one is kind of training partners. It is good to have a training partner. If you feel that pushes you, that's great. But what I see a lot of people doing is becoming reliant on that training partner. So it becomes to where the training partner doesn't come into the gym, you then don't work out. For me, I like to train quite a lot on my own. I feel like I motivate myself really well, and I enjoy training my own. You kind of put your headphones on and you zone out, and that's my zone. I don't mind training with people every now and again. I quite enjoy training with someone every now and again, but I don't think for my training I could do that every day. I see people that are very reliant on training with people, so it's going to be that they'll never progress, because in my opinion, if you're not motivated yourself to train well, to train hard, then when it comes down to it, you're not going to put the effort in. So I think training partners are good to a certain extent, but don't become too reliant on them, in that if they don't train or they're not feeling it a certain day, that then pushes you down and makes you not train hard and makes you not feel it. So be careful if you're training with people. It's obviously good to share knowledge and stuff, but just don't become too reliant on them, guys, because that can be just as bad as, you know, having a good workout partner. So just be a little bit careful if you're going to train with people. Just be aware that it's all ultimately down to you. You're the one that's making that progress. You're the one that's going to push yourself harder. So just don't become too reliant on others, guys. So I think that'll wrap this video up. Just wanted to cover a few topics for me. That's been a lot of learning points. And hopefully you guys will kind of take some of that information, especially with the diets and the workouts, and put it into your own training. But as I said, if anyone wants me to cover anything, then just give me a shout. I'll happily speak about it. I'm not saying I'm always right, but I like to give my opinion. So if anybody does want me to cover stuff, then just let me know, guys. I'm happy to do it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.